To Mondays with May from Arts for All. My name is Mélissa. I am a teaching artist with Arts for All. If you've had me in your classroom or if you watched Mondays with May last year, you might recognize me as Miss May. Hello. For those of you that don't know Arts for All offers accessible artistic opportunities to children in the New York City area, and we are always incorporating our 5 core values, working to build self-confidence, self-expression, teamwork, resilience, and creativity in children. Now, while our focus remains in New York City, through all of our virtual learning opportunities, we are so happy to have children from anywhere view our free learning content and, of course, join us here for Mondays with May with me every Monday. All right, let's get on with our program. We're going to start off with a warm-up. Now, when we do the warm-up, I'm going to stand up. You can follow me, copy me as best you can. But if you need to make any changes to make the movements feel a little more comfortable or better on your body, go ahead and change anything you need. Also, make sure that you have enough space. Make sure that you're not going to hit a friend or stub a toe or anything like that. So let's start off by sending our energy upwards. So reach way up, send your energy up, 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 up. Maybe it's a jump, a climb. Send that energy up, up, up. And then send your energy down, 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 downwards energy all the way down. And again, send it up, upwards energy. Send that energy on up, on up, on up. And send your energy down, 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 down. All right, and now we are going to reach over to one side. And as you reach, let out a big ooh. Ooh. Now reach on over to the other side, a big reach. And as you reach, let out a big ah. Ah. And now we're going to open up our fingers, our legs, and our faces really wide. We're going to open up and say, wow, 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 wow. And then you're going to do and say, twist to the other side, twist, twist. Let's do all of those again. We're moving our body and our voices. Reach on over and say, ooh, ooh. Reach to the other side. Say, ah, ah. Open up real big and say, wow, 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 wow. Do and say, twist, twist. The other way, twist, twist. Now we're going to move our heads. Look up to the ceiling. Look down to your toes. Look up to the ceiling. Look down to your toes. Ceiling, toes, ceiling, toes, ceiling, toes, ceiling, toes, ceiling, toes, ceiling, toes. Now nod your head and say yes. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Yes, 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 yes. Now look over one shoulder. Look over your other shoulder. Look over one shoulder, over the other shoulder. Look from shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to shoulder. Look shoulder, 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 shoulder. Shake your head. Say no, no way. No way. No, no. Everybody say no means no. You got it? All right, now we're going to move our shoulders. Can you move your shoulder like a bicycle? We're bicycling our shoulders, getting rotated, and the other way. All right. Get them moving, get them moving. And can you give a shrug? Lift your shoulders up. Say, I don't know. And drop them. Lift them up. Big shrug. I don't know. And drop them. A big shrug. Say, I don't know. And drop them. Can you do one shoulder at a time and drop them? One at a time and drop them. Can you do them one at a time and then drop them one at a time? Lift them one at a time. Drop them one at a time. We are isolating our shoulders. Give them a little shake. Shake, 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 and shimmy. All right, now we're going to move our hips. Let's start off by moving our hips in a big circle. You can pretend you have a hula hoop. When you have a hula hoop, you have to move your hips in big circles to keep the hula hoop going. So you can imagine that you're doing that. And switch directions the other way. Big, big circles. Big circles, big circles. All right, now we're going to do hip bumps. So we're going to bump our hips one way 8 times. Then the other way 8 times. I'm going to count them out loud. We're going to do 8 to each side. Then we're going to do 4 to each side. Then can you guess how many we're going to do next? We're going to do 8, then 4, then 2, then we're going to do 1 each way, okay? You can get funky with it. You can point. You can get a little disco with it. You can do it any way you like. Try to stick with me. Let's try to stay on the same rhythm. Ready? Starting to one side, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 4 each way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 2 each way. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now back and forth. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. All right, if you have a partner with you, you can even try to hip bump with your partner. That's a little advanced. Maybe next week we can get into that. All right, we're at the end of our warm-up, so we're going to shake out our entire bodies. Shake, 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 as we count down from 10 all the way to 0. You can count out loud with us as you shake. Again, make sure you're staying safe with your body. All right, ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, now you can have a seat and we're going to get ready to read a book together. All right. Well, some of you may have been in school for a few weeks now, but it is my first day back to school, kind of. And it's also Hispanic Heritage Month. Woohoo! Happy Hispanic Heritage Month to any Hispanic students out there. You should be proud of your culture. And for any non-Hispanic students out there, it's always great to celebrate other people's culture and differences as well. So today's book is The Day You Begin by the award-winning author Jacqueline Woodson. It's illustrated by Rafael Lopez. Now, I know a little secret that when Rafael Lopez was illustrating this book, illustrating means doing the pictures. So he made all the pictures that you're going to see in the book. He used this image of a ruler. So you're going to see a ruler a few times in the book. So try to pay attention to when you might see that ruler. And then we'll talk about it after. This is really beautiful. The Day You Begin. Looks like that might be our main character. It's the same girl from the cover. And she's reading a book just like we're reading a book. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you. Maybe it will be your skin, your clothes, or the curl of your hair. There will be times when no one understands the way words curl from your mouth, the beautiful language of the country you left behind. My name is Rigoberto. We just moved here from Venezuela. And because they don't understand, the class will fill with laughter until the teacher quiets everyone. Rigoberto from Venezuela, your teacher says so soft and beautifully, that your name and homeland sound like flowers blooming the first bright notes. Get those flowers turning into music around Rigoberto from Venezuela. Do you want to try to wrap your mouth around that name? Rigoberto. Rigoberto from Venezuela. It is beautiful. There will be times when the words don't come. Your own voice, once huge, now smaller. When the teacher asks, "What did you do last summer? Tell the class your story." "We went to France," Shayla says. "These shells come from Maine." A boy named Jonathan holds out a jar filled with tiny shells, so fragile they look like they'll turn to dust in your own untraveled hands. "My whole family went to India." There she is. "Spain, South Carolina. Each souvenir a small triumph of a journey. Their travels going on and on." And as you stand in front of that room, you can only remember how the heat waved as it lifted off the curb, and your days spent at home caring for your little sister who made you laugh out loud and hugged you hard at nap time. You can only remember the books you kept on reading long after she had fallen to sleep. And in that room where no one else is quite like you, you'll look down at your own empty hands and wonder, what good is this? And when other students were flying and sailing and going somewhere. There will be times when the lunch your mother packed for you is too strange or too unfamiliar for others to love as you do. Do you notice this? It's a ruler. When even your own friend Nadja will wrinkle her nose and say, "What's in there anyway?" And you'll wonder how she doesn't see the rice beneath the meat and kimchi. You'll wonder why she doesn't remember that rice is the most popular food in the world. And that's actually true. Rice is the most popular food in the whole world. It's not burgers or pizza or ice cream or anything. It's rice. Huh, interesting. There will be times when the climbing bars are too high. The run is too fast and far. The game isn't one you can even really play. "I don't want him on our team. You can watch. Maybe you can have a turn later." There will be times when the world feels like a place that you're standing all the way outside of. And all that stands beside you is your own brave self, steady as steel and ready, even though you don't yet know what you're ready for. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you until the day you begin to share your stories. "My name is Angelina, and I spent my whole summer with my little sister." You tell the class, your voice stronger than it was a minute ago. Reading books and telling stories, and even though we were right on our block, it was like we got to go everywhere. I do love that about books and reading. You can stay in one spot, but it feels like you get to travel so many cool places in your imagination. Your name is like my sister's, Rigoberto says. Her name is Angelina too. And all at once, in the room where no one else is quite like you, the world opens itself up a little wider to make some space for you. This is the day you begin to find the places inside your laughter and your lunches, your books, your travel, and your stories, where every new friend has something a little like you and something else so fabulously not quite like you at all. That is the end. Now, I wonder if you noticed the places where there was a measuring stick or ruler. There's one here in the playground scene on the tree, and there's one at the lunch table. Do you remember? And there's one when Angelina first comes in the door to the classroom. Now, I heard that when Rafael Lopez illustrated the book, he was using the rulers, the measuring sticks, as a symbol to represent when we measure ourselves to other people, like when we compare ourselves to someone else. And sometimes when we compare ourselves to someone different than us, it could make us feel small. And that's not really a great feeling. Sometimes our differences might make us feel weird or too different, but our differences are actually really wonderful. Those things make us even more fabulous. And like in this book, when you start to share your differences and share things about yourself, you'll start to find out that we actually have a lot of things in common, which I think is super duper neat. It's really cool. I love all the things that are different about you that make you special and about me. So, with all of that in mind, I think we should have a little dance party. So, we're going to clear our space and get ready for our 60-second dance break. All right, let's get ready to dance. For today's song, for our 60-second dance break, we're going to be celebrating being exactly who we are. So, we are dancing to a song called Be Yourself from B. Parks and the Hornets. You can move your body any way that feels good to you for 60 whole seconds. Don't stop dancing. All right, here we go. Just be yourself. Just be the one that your heart wants you to be. Be yourself. Just be yourself. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Be the one that your heart wants you to be. Be yourself. Just be. Just be. All right, we got our heart rates up with all that really great dancing. Now let's cool down a little bit. We're going to take 3 deep breaths together, and I'm going to use my hands to scoop the air. All right, so do it with me. Here we go. That's one. That's two. Last one. That's three. Now give yourself a squeeze. And I want you to think of something that makes you fabulously and uniquely you. Think of that thing. It could be something that you don't always think of as a good thing. That's fine. But right now, I want you to think of something that makes you very unique and fabulously you, and give yourself some love around that thing. I'm so glad that you are exactly who you are and the way you are, and I hope you are too. Now, let's think of some things we can do later. All right. I hope you enjoyed reading the book with me today, The Day You Begin. One of the themes was about what we did over the summer. So I'm curious what you did over the summer. You can tell us in the comments, what did you do this summer? It could be a big trip you took somewhere far, far away, or it could be something that you did right at home. You don't have to go far away for things to be special, right? So I want to invite you to draw a picture or write a sentence or a story about something that makes you uniquely you, like we were thinking about, and fabulously you. Or you can draw a picture or write about what you did this summer. So I drew a picture that kind of mixes both things. I drew a picture of myself playing the guitar. So I do play the bass guitar. Can you see it back there? Whoop, there it is. There's my guitar. I got to play in a band and play some shows this summer. So that's me. There's the sun and the music. I got to play outside. It was really, really nice. And something that's unique about me is I only started playing the guitar a few years ago when I was already a grown up. A lot of people start playing instruments when they're young. I started playing when I was already grown up. So I think that's cool. So I'm going to celebrate that about myself with this drawing. So if you make a drawing or write a sentence, absolutely please share it with us. You can send any pictures or drawings to the email on the screen. We'll make sure to also put it in the comments. And with your permission, I can share them with everyone in the weeks to come. One other thing we can do, if you're in a classroom or if you are with friends, you can share something with them that makes you feel different, or share something about your summer, just like we were talking about. And just like in the book, once you start to share these things that might make you feel a little bit different, you might start to realize that we are a lot more the same than we think. And it can help us feel closer to those around us. So you can share something with your neighbor, tell a story, or tell them something about yourself. All right. Well, that's a bunch of stuff you can do after this broadcast, after you're done watching. That's the end of our program for today. Thank you so, so much. I look forward to spending more Mondays with you. If you had fun today, make sure you join us next week, Monday. Tell a friend. If you're joining live or catching us on the replay, we're happy to have you. And from everyone here at Arts for All, we hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.